How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's well. Did you guys get your coffee? I have not had enough coffee yet today. But then again, I'm kind of maybe taking a little bit of a hiatus from it. We will see. Let me get some things set up here. Guys, today we're going to be doing resistance training. I'm going to take your Q&A, any kind of questions you guys got about the whole Zepbound thing, kind of stuff like that. Absolutely. Let's see. I've got that on here. Manual, automatic, medium, save. I think we are all set. Hey, Ambrose. You are the one. You are so. Now, I can't turn on Do Not Disturb for the reason that I am waiting for a delivery. And I know that they're going to call, and I'm going to have to make sure I grab that call. So hopefully they'll happen soon, but I have to be here till 1 o'clock. And also it is like rainy, icy snow. I don't know what it's called outside, but it's doing something. Hi, Hassan, ABX, Mustang, good to see you. Ambrose, what'd you get that pill for? I don't take a pill, I take a shot. It's a shot. Shot. Not that kind of shot though. But first and foremost, one thing we got to do is we got to give away memberships. And I want to do that first right away before we get too far into things, and then I forget. Good morning, Liz. How are you? So yeah, hang on. Let me get to my channel. Make sure this is on mute. We don't need to hear me twice. That's for sure. We are going to do this. Okay, so let me get this up here. And then I'll have a couple things I want to share out with you guys that I found that probably... Okay, guys, ready? We're going to do 5 memberships right now. So even if you're not in the chat yet, you may get one. So just letting you know. Hi, Strawberry Field Fairy. How are you? Lila, good to see you. How's your recovery doing? Here we go. All right, 5 were gifted from me. Din, good morning. Let's see. Kelly Hope Louisville received one. Joseph 42861. F. Guidlin and Julio Dutch Martin also received one. Welcome in, guys. You guys are all new here. I've not ever seen you guys in here, but cool. Glad you guys got a membership. Make sure you guys go onto the community page and get the links. I will make sure there's a new link up there just as we finish this thing. I'm going to do 5 more so I can have those sent ASAP. And we got those coming out. Let's see who got those. We have a Mocha Meadow, a Guadalupe, Guacamole, Wolf Moon Media, Otter Fly, Otterly Free. That's really funny. And I think we're missing one. Not sure. Okay, we got them all in there. There we go. Everybody's got some memberships. Memberships are sitting out there. You're doing well. You're doing well. Your biggest complaint is the pressure on your lower legs. Hurt on the recliner. No pain pills, but Tylenol. That's really good. One is missing. I don't know where it is. Make sure you guys got your membership things turned on. I don't know where the extra one went. But yeah, memberships. Oh, look at Christopher sent us a little 60s. What does 67 mean? I don't even know. Yep, one is missing. I don't know where the other one went. That's crazy. But anyway, whoever got it, y'all got it. I sent 5. It didn't show all of them. But you know what? YouTube's being YouTube lately, so we can't fix that stuff. But like I said, today we're going to be doing our resistant bands. Look at all these flowers and everything. Christopher, gosh, you're just bestowing me all these jewels. I can't. Oh, I really do like that one, though, RFD. That's a golden poop. That's a happy poop. Everyone is having trouble with membership gifting. Well, at least I got those sent out, so I'm sure. I have no idea. I know it's just a fresh new thing. I'm doing it here on my laptop, so we should be good. But so yeah, today I am in week 11. I'm in week 11 of doing the Zepbound and stuff, and that's the delivery I'm actually waiting for. Hey, Joe Maliga, how are you? But yeah, we're going to be doing strength training using my bands and stuff. So I'm going to move into the other room. It's Spoil Yo Ange Day. Ooh, thank you, thank you. I like a spoil day for me. But yeah, pretty chill day. We may eat lunch together. We'll see. Hey, Michele, how are you? Hope everybody's having a good one. Thank you for that 100. It's week 11, actually, and I'll be taking my 12th shot on Thursday. So that actually means I've taken it for exactly almost 3 months. And we're just going to see how this goes. So far, I have lost, well, I would look it up, but it's on my phone. I just realized it's on my phone. I think I've lost about 22 pounds. Din's folding laundry. I think I got on this morning. It was just shy of 22 pounds. So by Thursday, it may be just exactly about 22 pounds and stuff. And that's actually averaging exactly where they, oh, a new sub from the Philippines. Welcome in, Benedict. Good to see you. Yes. So it's about 2 pounds a week, which is probably the most they want you to really lose now in 1 week. Now, yes, I know there's a lot of people out there that go, well, I've lost 5 pounds in a week. I've been on it for 4 weeks and I've lost 40 pounds. That's crazy. And the thing is, when you do stuff like that, you do risk a lot of other things happening, such as muscle loss, and you lose your hair and all of that stuff. And they all say that that's possibly the side effects of the meds. And it's true, but a lot of times the side effects are not the meds. It's more that you are depleting all of your stuff. Congratulations, but it's expensive. I actually am very, very lucky, G. Johns. These are all my resistant bands. I'll show them to you. It is covered by my insurance. We actually do have very good insurance through Joe's employer. And it is covered because I am also diabetic. And I know that lots of people can get it for many, many different reasons. If you have a couple of, I think they're called comorbidities. And what that is that you have a couple of different health issues that are quite serious, such as diabetes. My doctor is peeling the Manjaro because the insurance deny it. A lot of people say that, Lila, and what they do is they appeal. And then at some point, they're able to get it. Now, especially, and I feel really bad for some people because like when you're on the cusp of diabetes, because there is a certain kind of classification. If your A1C is over a certain number, okay, I can't remember what it is. I always forget what that damn number is. But if you're like 5.7 to, I think it's like 6 or something, you're considered something like pre-diabetes. And in the real, there is really no such thing as pre-diabetic. You are just diabetic. You are above the average, and that's what you are. And eventually, no matter what you do, you are diabetic. Okay. I mean, I'm not a doctor. First and foremost, I'm going to tell everybody right here and right now, I am not a doctor. I have no medical training. This whole thing is just a vlog of my experiences. I'm putting you guys on the gimbal. Hang on. Boop. Come on, take it. All right, much better. Now I don't have to hold you. Benedict said hi. Welcome in, welcome in. Your insurance won't cover so far. It's really difficult. And like I said, I think if people are labeled or given certain kind of things, such as you're diabetic and things like that, a lot of insurances are trying not to because everybody and their brother and their mother and their aunt and their uncle and their dog, I swear to God, it feels like are on a GLP-1. Even though what the craziest thing is there's so many people that actually say that they're not on anything. And maybe they're not. Maybe they're telling the truth. I don't know. Hey, RJ, how are you? But somebody's on these medications and stuff. Yes, we are doing workout day. And I did put a list in my on a community post. And I think I actually have it on Facebook as well, with the links to the resistant bands that I have purchased. Yeah, talking to the person that reviews it, I am just very, very lucky that my doctor, nope, workout has not started. I am very, very lucky that my doctor she was suggesting this to me like last year. And the reason, like I've told you guys that I started to do this is because since I was diagnosed, I constantly have been eating low carb. I walk a lot every week. I do, y'all gonna be on my workout break here soon too. Yes. You rolled out your yoga mat and wiped the webs off. I don't even know if I still have my yoga mat. I don't know. I can't remember if I got rid of it because I'm not rolling around. Now, I am not going to do any leg exercises really today, maybe just some lifts. For the reason is that my knee was giving me a little bit of an issue. And I'm not sure if that's because of caffeine intake, because in the days it seems that I take in more caffeine, aka coffee, I seem to have, and like I said, my bad days for my knee are better than my good days before. But it was bothering me last night, so I had to wear the stupid knee sleeve, and I was bothered, and I couldn't sleep, and I didn't want to sleep on my back, and all that shit. So we're going to take it easy on my legs, my knee today. But we are going to do a lot of upper body and stuff like that, which I think is very helpful, especially with the core and the arms and stuff. Because, I know I am never going to get rid of maybe I will. Maybe I'll get rid of all that. I don't know. But it can't hurt. You used to have an elliptical machine? Yeah, that's called a clothes hanger. I can't do it. To me, it's just like I want to walk, but I do use the other bands. I don't even know where my other bands went. Like what is that? I feel like I got something there. I don't know where they went. I have these ones without the handles, but the ones I actually do like to use are these, and they are with the handles. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. Hang on. Okay, so I bought a pack, okay? And they're these things, okay? I got the pretty colors because I like the pretty colors, folks. Everybody likes the pretty colors. Oh, we got like the Chinese characters. I don't even know. Hans and Franz say pump it up. Exactly. So, and they are all labeled, okay? So we have, I count, we have 5 different bands. And you can use them together, singularly. But you're going to start to use them singularly first. Is it 5? Yeah, it's 5. All right, so the first band that I have that is the lightest. Oh, I have to use this side. Where is it? They are actually labeled. But this one is the lightest one, 10 pounds. Wait. 10 pounds. I know it's backwards. I can't help it. Okay, it's backwards. 10 pounds. Now, this one I use when I'm doing a lot of arm raises, not bicep curls, because I have more strength in that part of my muscle. So I do switch them out. What I liked about these, this is not an infomercial. Okay. After I'm done, I will make sure I link those in the description. But I liked these so much because they had these links, and every band had a freaking hook. So if I want to change out, I just take this off and I can put this on, okay? Now, I also have to go along with these, besides the handles. Let's get physical. This. Now, these, you can actually put them on your wrist, but these are actually for your legs, your ankles. So you can strap this across your ankle, okay? And then you can do leg exercises, which I do, but like I said, I'm taking it easy on my knee today because of that. All right, the other weights that we have here. Boop, where is it? I gotta find the one with the, here it is. We got a 20 pound, okay. Boop. A 20 pound one, which actually I am kind of currently using. We have a 30 pound. We got the 40 and the 50, okay? Now, you can use these, like when you're first starting out, you're gonna be using the 10 pound one. I know, carabiners. Joe's all about that shit, right, RFD? For real, he really is. So I know when you're first starting out, you're gonna use the lightest one, okay? Unless you're like misfit and you can do the other. I am not. Okay, one other piece that it comes with, where is it? Where the frick is it? Is it in the bag? It might be in the bag still. Let me go look. Hang tight. I gotta look. I got it. And they do come in a nice little drawstring bag. Okay, the other thing that I have is this. What is that, you say? This goes on your band so that you don't have to always constantly be stepping on your band. Nicely labeled, right? But you slip it onto your band, okay? And it's a door hanger, okay? So what you can do is you take it, you stick it in a door, shut the door on it. This will sit outside the door. We're gonna do it here. I can only really do it on my front door because every other door that I have in my apartment is very close to everything else, okay? And I don't have very many doors. Like we have one little bedroom. I have a closet. I have the front door. I've got like the utility closet and I've got the hall closet. Those are the doors I got. And they're all in a very awkward location. So when I do this, I am literally opening and shutting my front door constantly. Like I'm a crazy person. I mean, that's what it is. Now you guys can actually see what I looked like when I first started doing the training, because I made a video about a week after I started doing that, and how I look now. Like I said, I'm about 22 pounds down, which isn't, I mean, it's good. It's great. I'm going to plug you guys in just because I think it'll be better. I think it's great. I think I'm losing at the appropriate amount and stuff. What was said? With my luck, someone would open the front door as I was exercising. Well, there's nobody coming to open the door. I can always hear them because we always lock the door and stuff. But like I said, this is what I end up having to do because this is the only way I can do it, you know. And some people have these really tall doors. I'm like, I don't got a door like that. Like, as you can see, my doors are not like all the same height. So I don't know. If somebody can install some shit on my ceiling, that would be wonderful. Fafa's going to watch too. Fafa, I thought you were shoveling snow. Is it not snowing by you? I thought it was. Okay, so first ones I usually start out with. Yes, we all have to stretch. Everybody do your stretches, okay? I don't know what you got to do to stretch, but start stretching, all right? Okay? Now I'm going to make sure I put you guys like right about. Is that going to be good? Let me see. Is that going to be good? I think that's okay, right? That's all right. That's not bad. It's not bad. You can see what I'm doing, right? Do you need to be lower? I don't think you need to be lower, but is that fine? I think you guys can see me. All right. Snow's out for summer. I will watch too and make my wife too. Okay, and I actually do have a couple of things that I will also post on my community page that actually show the exercises. It's like a little guide. I kind of wrote them down, but I don't have them printed out. But it's like a little guide, like these are the exercises. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I forget them all the time. I do. I honestly forget some of them. I wish that I could remember them better, but I think it's just getting used to doing them. And for the most part, it's like, what do I feel like doing next and stuff. I do work on like my torso here because I want to strengthen this part of my body. I do have a collection of hats, Hassan. Okay. Go to the gym. Fuck going to the gym. Going to the gym means I got to get out and go to the gym. And you know where the gym is? The gym is down by like 57th Street or some bullshit like that. Do you think I need to go out there and get all the way up here from here to... No, I don't need to pay the subway to go to the gym. That's stupid. What am I going to do? The same shit I'm doing here. My question is, did you experience any tiredness or nausea issues? My friend did, but now she feels okay. A lot of people do, and sometimes that has to do with that you're not getting enough electrolytes. Did I feel tired? I felt, I don't want to say tired. If I feel tired, it usually means 1, you're not getting enough water, 2, you're not eating enough calories. Everybody is on this and they think, I'm not going to eat anything. I'm not going to have any food noise, so I'm not going to eat. You do that. Yes, you'll lose weight. But at some point, your body will stop losing weight because it will say you are in like starvation mode. It's going to hold on to everything. But you do have to fuel your body. So I am of the mindset of let's fuel our body with the correct stuff. Why should she have to go when she can work out at home? Absolutely, darling. I'm going to work out at home. Go Yankees. Since it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Please pray for you and you're mentally tired. Well, you know, sometimes working out will help you. All right, so the first ones I'm going to do are just super simple. I usually try to do 10. I don't have the music on loud enough for me to hear it. Should I go turn it up a little bit? Maybe. Okay. We're going to turn it up just a tad. Not a lot, because I don't want a copyright, guys. Nobody wants a copyright. At least so I can hear it, so it's not so quiet. Okay, are we ready? It doesn't need to watch a view. This is more important. I love that. Nobody likes the view. Now, I will tell you, okay, so if you feel like the band is the right, you'll know if the band is the right strength, resistance, is if you can do 10, you want to try to do at least like 10 like reps of it. And I try to shoot for 10 reps times 3 sets. So I want to do this 10 times 3. Okay. All right. So one thing that I noticed, I'm going to try to show you. Okay. It all depends on how you're standing on the bands. Okay. So if you stand here, your bands are going to appear to be longer. Okay. So you're going to have like a little bit less resistance. But if you spread out your legs, it's going to be a little bit more because they're shorter, okay? Just a little FYI. So you can use bands longer. You know what I mean? I don't know. Band on the run. Yeah, band, okay. Is that right? Okay, that looks good. All right, so we're gonna do 10 of these. These are just the bicep curls. These are just, well, actually, we're gonna do the lifts. They're like a deadlift. It's like a front lift and then a side lift. I do it as together because I feel like it's more of a regular range of motion. Do you know what I mean? So you're gonna start here and then you're gonna lift your arms straight out, shoulder height, and then you're gonna bring them back, and then you're gonna lift them this way, straight out, shoulder height. Now the key is, the slower you go, the harder it is. It's a bitch. I'm just telling you, it's a bitch. Because when I do it, arms are spaghetti. They're spaghetti. So, you guys ready? All right. By the way, look at that gray hair. I got to get that covered up, man. I swear to God. Am I going bald? No, I'm not going bald. This is my regular hair. I have not lost any more than you normally do. Okay. This is it. This is what it is. Okay, so up, and then you go out. And is this really exciting? Not too really, but it is a bit of a workout. And so this is 3, and then we go 4. And everybody's gonna start laughing at me like, oh, who does she think she is, Sedum Powder? No. I don't even know what I'm at, 5? I think this is 5. Now people are gonna tell me, go slower. No, I can't go slower, okay? Because I need to get the 10 in. Okay, so I'm going for reps because I wanna burn it. 6. Oh my God. I'm telling you, and you have to hold in your stomach, you know, squeeze your glutes, because it'll strengthen your core while you're doing this. Look at, see, I've already lost count. I think I have one more for 10. Okay. You guys, we're gonna be sweating. Oh my God, that was 10. My arms are tired. But we're gonna do two more sets of those. Is everybody breathing? We have to breathe. Can we breathe? Okay, one thing I gotta do when I am working out or doing any of this, like I'm not gonna bust a sweat. It's strength training. We're not cardio. I don't need to sweat like a pig. A key thing too, this is my bottle. This is like my boo-boo, my whoopee, my thing. I have this with me at home all the time. I don't take it with, but this is a 40 ounce, what's it called? Hydro flask. So it keeps it cold. I try to drink 2 of those a day, at least. So that way I know at least I have 40, 80 ounces of water in my body. Okay, 80 ounces. Sunny D mug, I wish. All right, let's do another set of 10. Oh my God, I have a feeling, I haven't done this in like 3 days. 3 days, oh no. You like my cup? That's nice. All right, we need a Sunny D after this. So, and I do bend my knees ever so slightly just to keep them soft, to protect them. You don't want to lock them. One, that's one way for you to actually fucking faint. Nobody needs that shit. What am I on, 3? See, when I do these like compilation ones, like, I don't know what they call them. You know, 5, is that 5? 6. 7. 8. Oh, that last set's gonna be hard. 9. That's 9. Am I looking snatched? 10. All right, step off of it. Let's roll our shoulders. Because you're gonna feel it here and in your shoulder muscles. And now everybody's got, I know you guys are gonna say, I don't have any muscles. You've got muscles. You just need to utilize them. You just need to utilize them. Miss Bunny Girl, you're cracking me up. This is my normal outfit. Now I am wearing this shirt because it's a little chilly today. And I figured we need to be a little warmer. This is like one of my thermal, what do you call it, shirts. So after I do it, I always like to roll them, you know, so they don't hurt as much, because I swear to God, this thing is rough. All right, we got 10 more to do. You guys ready? Christopher, you got this. Christopher, you're like the skinniest person I know. You know, you walk so freaking much, Christopher. I swear. Christopher Dotson. He's like, I'm going to walk the whole length of Manhattan. I'm going to walk to Brooklyn from Harlem. Everybody's like, Christopher, what's wrong with you? But you know, Christopher's like, he's young. He's not 57. I'm 57. Come on. And I'm showing you guys this. 1, because I don't want to go outside. 2, because I think if people see it, it's not that hard. Maybe you guys can do it too. You know, that's my whole thing. I'm just trying to be very, very open and sharing my adventure. I hate saying journey. Sharing my adventure in this whole Zepbound thing, because I think it is an adventure. It's like a new way of looking at things. So let's get going. Last set of 10. You ready? Do you usually play music? I have music on over there, but I don't want to play it here because I will get struck with copyright after copyright after copyright. So I can hear it, but you guys probably can't. Okay? All right, last set of 10 of these. Ready? Hey, Coco Rayo, how are you? 1, 2, 3. Like I said, this is using the 10-pound weight, which is plenty for this exercise for me. It'll be a while before I'll actually be able to move up. That's 5. Okay. 6. 3 more, guys, and we'll have done 30. 7. 8, and you don't even realize how hard this is. Or maybe you guys are muscular and I am just a weak ass bitch. I don't know. 9. The 10th one is always a bitch. 10. We're gonna finish this one strong. Okay. All right, we did that. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, it is the final countdown. I don't even know why I put it on this one. Because for my other exercises, I have switched out to using the other belt, the other band. Because the 10-pound one is a little too, what's your Vomax? What's my Vomax? I don't know what that is. What's Vomax? What's Vomax? Somebody explain to me what Vomax is. I think it's the pink one I have to use. I don't remember. Where's the numbers? Where's the numbers? Yeah, it's this one. The dusty pink one. So we're gonna put this on. Okay, put my other handle on. You know what? I should just turn on the other. You guys have enough light? I mean, you see everything, right? It's not like you're in the dark. It's not super bright, but it's bright enough. All right, we're gonna do the bicep curls. All right, you guys ready? Now, like I said, I just put the 20-pound, where is it? The 20-pound one on. You can see it right here. Now, some people, if you can't go to 40 pounds, like the next one up is 40 or 30 pounds. You can use the 30, but sometimes people start actually combining them. You could do 2 bands and the 20 and the 10, that will be 30, you know? So again, so what we're gonna do is, again, we're gonna step on it. This one's a much thicker, it's a thicker, tighter band. So it's gonna resemble 20 pounds of weight. We're gonna step on it pretty close together, okay? And now we're just gonna do bicep curls, which means we gotta be strong. Right there, I do have a little muscle, by the way. If anybody wants to feel it, here, I'll let you feel it. Look, you're gonna feel it. Ooh, look at that muscle, okay? Yeah. Hi, Sukur. Hello, Norman. I was expecting a workout like Drago. No, I don't have that kind of music. I know. It is a great slingshot too, right? And then we're gonna actually use the door. You ready? All right, let's do the biceps, get them out of the way. All right, here we go. 1, 2. I will say, the ones with the handles are so much nicer. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, how was the first time? See, that was pretty easy, but one would probably snap and smack me. Oh, listen, when I was in the cruise ship, I was doing this and I accidentally stepped off of it or didn't have it secured and it sprung up and hit the ceiling. I literally thought I took out the ceiling. Ooh, we got music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got them off Amazon. That was the second set of 10. I want to turn this up a little bit because I love the song. Fantasy, I'll say it anyway. Let's Take on Me. To find you, flying away. I'll be coming for you, okay, too. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was good for another 10. I love it. All right. So now we're going to do the press, which is this. And we're going to use the door. Ready? This is what I gotta do. Lock the door so I don't smack myself. All right. You see, it's in the door. Okay, you ready? Now we're gonna go from out to in. 1, 2, 3. It's like those things that you used to do like this, but we're doing it like this so that we don't crack ourselves in the neck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then I will usually do 10 of those, and then I do a press. Okay? Food delivery, right? As he gets smacked in the face. Would that be funny? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Me on. Okay, that was 10. Okay, back to the wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, this is getting hard. 8, 9, 10. Okay. That was hard. Ah, I felt that one. Like you're gonna feel it as you move up. She is. I'm an inspiration, Shomaliga. I don't know about that. I'm just a person here in New York trying to do whatever she can, so that I am not a burden upon anybody else. And most of all, I don't want to be a burden on myself. I want to be able to move and walk and live my life. You know what I mean? My parents both died extremely young for their age. Joe's father died extremely young, within a year of my father. They were within a year of each other. So we lost our parents when we should have been living, you know, with them when Josh was growing up. And my father died when he was a baby. And Joe's father died when he was like 2. So it's crazy when you think about it that way. Like you're a patriarch and then your matriarch leaves and stuff. The only parent we had for the longest time was Joe's mom. And she was a nurse. So that's probably what saved her. But I think, yeah, I mean, that's crazy when you think about it. That when I got to be the age that my father had passed, that was scary. And I realized, oh shit, Ange, you got to get your shit together. I don't want to be dead like that. It's okay. It's like, it was a long time ago, but it's still like very much like we lived through a lot of trauma with that and stuff, and a lot of anger because everybody knew, they knew what they were doing, and they just figured they could just live, and you don't. So that's the reason why I do this. It's a fucking struggle. It's a battle. You know, they don't teach us this shit in school. They really don't. They don't tell us this shit. All right, so we gotta do 10 more of these. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, Yuri Martinez. 9, 10. Now, these can also be done. We're gonna do the we're gonna do the press now. These can be done from a seated position as well. Like for seniors, if you have problems with balance and standing and stuff, I actually do have a little placard I'm gonna put up that can be done for seniors from a sitting position. And they have them with the things or just a simple bands that are like not even $10 on Amazon. So now I'm going to do the press, and that is, and that's just pressing it forward like you're pressing someone away from you, saying, get the hell out my face. I don't want to talk to you. What did Lila? They need a life lessons class. They really do. You know what was interesting, and I read this? That it's very rare. You don't see very many 60-plus-year-olds over 300 pounds. And there's a reason for that. And you guys can figure that out, why that reason is. Okay, that was 10. I think it was 10. That's what it is. Okay, we're going to move you guys over here. I'm actually turning this light on because I got to move you this way. I'm going to unplug you. Look at it. I'm starting to perspire. I'm glowing. I'm telling you, your arms will feel it. You will start to feel stronger and stuff. It is, you can see, I'm like breathing through it, but I'm not breaking a massive, like, listen, we don't need to be killing ourselves on this shit because that's unnecessary, right? All right, so I still got the 20-pound band on. Now I'm going to do rowing, like, so the one I was doing before, I was pushing. This one I'm going to be doing pulling, okay? So it's similar to the movement of a bicep up and down, but it's different because you're using more like with your chest and stuff. You know, cardio is effective, and it is not cardio, but it is so effective. I didn't think I would get any kind of results, and I think I do start to see them. I've been doing it since December, like late December is when I got these, started to do it, and then I'm regularly doing it like at least 3 times a week. So in this one, we're gonna pull, we have to, you guys, this is still stuck in the door. Okay, we're gonna be pulling it towards us. Okay, and then another one I do is I push it down, all right? And what you're doing is you're working the back over there. So we're gonna do those first. I know, you guys are like, are you done yet? I know. Okay, guys. And I do stand legs shoulder width apart, bend soft knees, and you have to center your body, tighten your abs, and then you just push. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God, I know, pull it really good. Engage those glutes. I know, like I'm getting flush. You know you're doing it when you're getting a little flush. Like I said, I do 10, and then I try to do them 3 times. You thank us for taking you along on this health adventure. You're an inspiration, I think. You're welcome. I mean, some people are gonna find it really boring, you know? Am I gonna get 200 people in here watching me? Probably not, but that's okay. I'm totally cool with that. I just want to share it out for people because I think it's kind of important and stuff. And sometimes it's easier to work out with a friend. And if this is what's going to be on Tuesdays, let's just work out together. You know what I mean? We can do it. Get your bands. Do whatever you need to. You don't even have to do the same ones. Just do something, you know? Okay, back to position. Suck it in, bitches. Nobody wants to see your flabby babby. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And don't let the thing pull you. Don't let the bands whip your arms back. You have to gradually let them go, okay? Because that's going to give you on the back and the front. Well, thank you so much. You think it's inspiring? The chat for real? Oh, you're welcome. Whew. I'm telling you. Okay, we have to do one more set. This bitch is gonna pass out soon. And then we're gonna work on the torso. Okay. So I don't know, we did the biceps, we did the ups, the downs, we did this, we did the press, we did the triceps backwards. One more set of this, and then we're gonna work on our core. And I'm gonna show you how I just do that. It doesn't, now I'm gonna tell you the core thing, it looks like you're really not doing anything, but you really are, okay? Thank you, Joe Mooski. It really doesn't look like you're doing a hell of a lot, for real. But you really are, okay? And I know this is taking longer for me to do it this way because I'm talking to you, but I think it's good because that way it gives me a little break in between and I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing, but I'm not rushing. Okay, all right, one more set. Okay, all right, back to position, everybody. Squeeze your ass, hold those stomach and your core because you want your core nice and tight. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a professional. My form sucks. But you know what? I think most people's form sucks. I don't get paid for this shit. The only person I'm paying is myself. 5, 6, go back slowly. 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to tell you, I am probably going to be wearing black when I do this mostly so that I can see the change and maybe you guys can see the change in me. I don't know. I do think I see a little change here, and I also see more change here. Like this is not as wide and stuff, but you know, you guys like the heavy breathing. It's not because I find you all sexy, but I do. But I'm just saying, that's not the only reason. It's because like I'm literally out of breath. All right, I gotta move Joe's boots because Joe likes to put all this shit over here. Hashtag we blame Coffee Joe. For real. All right, now this one, we're gonna be working here and we're gonna do a slight movement. You just started physical therapy after your 10th spine exercise. Oh my God. Do the therapy. Do the therapy, honey. You gotta do the therapy, yeah. So I feel like I see it, and you'll know like when you start to lose a little, start noticing, take pictures. I'm gonna tell you guys, take pictures. Like I put up on my thumbnail, you guys can see when I kind of started like a weekend and then where I'm at now. Because I just took that picture, the one on the right today, you know, so, but I try to wear the same stuff so we can see literally, I know it's very form-fitting and I know all my big girls and guys are probably like, I could never wear anything form-fitting. Do it. I tell you right now, you start wearing shit that fits your body. Don't be wearing the baggy shirts. Yes, it's comfortable and when you go to sleep and all that crap, fine. But start dressing for what your body is. This is your body, accept it, okay? I can't stand when I see these people, and this is just my opinion, okay? Because I get a little bitchy, and I know that. But I can't stand when I see these people that have lost 100 and some pounds, and they're wearing their leggings, but they have the biggest mother effing shirt on. What the fuck, man? Why don't you dress for who you are? Not like, I'm gonna wear the big shirt and it's gonna be pillowing around me. And I don't understand it, but let's welcome who we are in this moment that we are and try to get better, okay? So, wear the form-fitting shit. You will feel better when you're working out because you'll be able to see your body. It also helps for you to see your form when you're doing stuff. I don't want to be like Kelly Osbourne. All right, we're keeping the band in the same spot, okay? Actually, I need to lower it just a tad because it's a little too high. And what I mean by that is that I want it to be at the same waist length, like where I'm gonna be holding the bands. I don't want to be pulling them down. I want to be pulling them across, okay? I know a lot of people still see themselves as fat, but you have to get over that. You really do. And I know that I am a different type of person and everybody is not at the same place in their adventure as I am. I get it. But stop. Stop. Your brain will fuck you more than anything else. I'm just saying. And yes, I'm very blatant and I swear. But I'm going to be saying that because it is the truth. Your brain, it can be your worst enemy. So get the fuck over it. All right, so we're gonna pull these in the middle and they're tight, okay? And then we're gonna twist our body and we're gonna do this. Okay, gently. Knees are bent. It lies to you, it totally does. Knees are bent. I hold them here like this because it's the easiest way. You can use one hand, but I use two because I want to keep it in the center, okay? I don't know if this is perfect form. I don't have perfect form, okay? 1,800 calories, 120 grams protein. That's totally doable. What are you talking about? I'm probably like 15, and it's not because I'm starving. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're gonna feel this in your sides. 8. Go slow and gentle. 9, 10. You're gonna hold your core tight when you're doing that, okay? You're gonna think it's not doing anything. You don't need big motions to get good results. All right, I'm gonna flip you guys here because now we're gonna flip the sides. And I try to do it each side evenly because I don't know if I'll get to 30 on this one. This one's a little tougher, okay? Again, in the middle. Yeah, you gotta breathe deep, bitch. You gotta breathe deep. Breathe deep, folks. You have a healthy appetite and a lot of sweets. Steve, I'm gonna tell you, cut the sweets out, okay? Go to regular stuff. I don't care if you have this shit in your house. If you live alone or you have a spouse, let them have their shit. But for the most part, let them fend for themselves if they want that shit. You don't need to buy it. Pitch it. Don't keep it on hand. Don't say you spent $30 on it. Throw it the fuck away. Okay? I'm just saying, throw it the F away. I gave up stevia too. Steve, high five. I gave up stevia, erythritol, all that shit. Now, will I have a Splenda in my coffee or drink or something? Yes, because sometimes I want a Diet Coke or something. Or I actually do have like Gatorade Zero or Powerade Zeros because I sometimes need the electrolytes. But that's the only thing really. All right, let's do 10 because we're talking too much, man. You guys are distracted my ass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're just twisting from your waist. 9, 10. All right, I think we're gonna do 10 more on each side on that one. I'm gonna start Zepbound. How bad are the effects? The effects I had were not terrible. I will tell you, whatever you need to start changing, change now. Like start getting your water in. I always make sure that I have good protein in my diet. I do not, listen, you do what you want. But I personally do not believe in the protein bars, the protein shakes, the protein packed. It's bullshit, I think. That's my opinion. But I know people who have done this, not Zepbound in that, but have done the high protein shit. And I've heard more, and I'm not just talking about my people that I know, but I have heard lots of people that do high protein, and they end up with gallbladder problems, okay? Because it's not natural, real protein. It's like hyped up. You know, it's whey protein, it's this protein. Eat a fucking egg, okay? Eat the cottage cheese, you know? What did Josh say? Josh, let me go back. Let me see. I'm looking, Josh. I've been dealing with type 2 for a year and it's been a rough journey, but I'm getting through it and paying off. And it's paying off. My A1C, yo, that's what happened to me too, Josh. I got my A1C down to 5.4. And then I don't know if it's because I automatically went into menopause after the ankle break, because I was thrown into it because of the trauma to my body. But I struggled after that because I couldn't walk properly for 6 months. It was a compound fracture. And, you know, the older you are, when you break a bone, the longer it takes to heal. So my A1C was creeping up. And I had it down as low as 5.4, doing very low carb, walking, very easy. And it started to steadily climb. Last one was 6. And I said, fuck that shit. Because I was diagnosed at 7.4 or 5. So that's why I'm doing Zepbound, because I need help in quieting everything to give me this chance to do this. So Hassan, go eat lunch. We got to do 10 more of these guys on each side, and then we're going to stop. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oops, that was a bad one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God. 9. Oh my God. One more, bitch. 10. Oy. Okay, we got to go to the other side, guys. Okay. Still waiting for my delivery. And if you guys want to know what my delivery it is, it's my Zepbound for the next week. So this Thursday, in 2 days, I take my last shot of 10 because I've been going up steadily each month. And I think I'm going to hang out at 10 milligrams for a while because my weight loss has been steady, but I don't want to stall and I want to get into the actual so-called dosage. And like 7.5 is just eking into it, which is what I've been taking for the past month. And 10 is like, you're in dosage area. Okay. All right, 10 more. Well, that was over 2 years ago, but it took so long to recover. And then ever since that, it's been like ink, 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 ink. And I just not going back there. I started before I was diagnosed at my highest, when I got diagnosed with diabetes type 2, I was 325 pounds. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying it. That's what the fuck I was. Okay. If you look at pictures back then and look at pictures of me now, it's crazy. Like, I can see it in my face, the inflammation that I had in my face and everything. It was terrible, terrible. Hey, who's in here? Julie B, I just started taking insulin shots. Do you have experience? I do not have any experience with taking insulin, which is why I'm doing Zepbound, because I don't want that experience. I know in our family, Joe's family, that was a big thing. So you do what you have to do. I'm 5'6", or they say 5'5". 5 feet, 5.5. Wait, 5 feet, 5'5.5". I'm 5'6". Okay. Okay, ready? All right, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will trim your waist, I hope. I hope. I gotta say I hope because we want a trimmer. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, one more. All right, we're done with that. Okay, guys. Whew. All right, we're done with that. Now, we're gonna go walk over there. I'm gonna take my drink with me. We're gonna drink some little Powerade. Okay, hang on. We got the Go-Go's going. Hang on. We're gonna leave the laptop here. I'll just close it. Hit the light because it's so ugly. Bing, bong, bing, bong, 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 bong. I gotta get this tuned down because it's very loud. Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna take a little sit down time. I know, hi, you're like super close. Super close. Apologies on me twirling the camera. Y'all are just here for the moment. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna lower you guys. Keep you guys here. Oh. All right, we need a break. We need a break. Whew. Boop, here we go. Oh my God. I'm going to try to get out more and do more walking. Cat, you do whatever you can. The walking, for me, when I started, you know, after I found out I was diabetic, was huge. Huge, because I didn't do anything. Hi, Nancy Wilson. How are you? From Dallas, Texas. Are you guys hot? You're vicariously worn out? I am too. Okay, so these are the things they called Powerade Zero. 0 calories, but it's a Powerade. It's like electrolytes. I don't drink them often, but I will push them in, like especially a serious workout outfit, and all of you who all of you are serious. This is not like my this is what I wear on a daily basis. For real. I'm not even joking, Lori. It's what I wear on a daily basis. How many calories do you watch for hearing? I don't know. 5 million? A million. I'm gonna say a million. Okay, Steve. I should go get my laptop and so we can maybe order some lunch. I don't know. I'm a little winded. This message is helpful review. What is it? What was it? Show? I don't know what it was. Sexy. Oh my God, Lori, you cracked me the fuck up. Lori, you're killing me, bitch. You're killing me. I do. And you know, if you guys want to ask, like, what do I normally eat? Okay, so what I normally will eat in a day, you're back to bed. You're going back. Am I going back to bed? Go back to bed, honey. No reason to get up if you don't want to. I'm not judging you guys on that. Okay, not at all. My glasses are filthy. All right. So breakfast this morning, because I was all out of cottage cheese, and that's like a bummer for me because that's like my go-to. But I had 2 eggs. Now we had some leftover pork because I made Mexican last night. So I put a little bit of that, like maybe like 4 cubes of it. I cut that up to heat it up. Threw some, maybe 1/8 of a cup of shredded cheddar in it. So that was that. And then I had a small little pear. And by small, I mean like they like baby pears. And that's what my breakfast was. I didn't even have coffee really this morning. Is this side of the glasses dirty? I don't know. How often do I check my sugars? I check them probably 3 times a day at least. 2 to 4 times a day. I don't do non-fat. I do nothing non-fat. Everything I do is full fat. It is 4% cottage cheese. And that's what I have to look for because low-fat stuff, if you hadn't known this, has more sugar in it. Because that's what skim milk is. Everybody thinks the skim milk is healthier. It is not. Skim milk actually is the milk and the stuff that they fed to the pigs. I'm not joking. You can look it up. You could think I'm lying to you, but that was the slop that gets put with the pigs because it's fattening. And then they sold it to the American public to say it was healthier. So if you pick up a non-fat something and then you pick up something that has more in it, you're going to look at the sugars on it and the carbs, which is what the sugars are. You're going to see that non-fat will have more carbs, which is more sugar. I won't lose. Oh, wow. I've never done full. I won't lose. I swear. Oh, okay. That's right. But I would get, no, the whole, I mean, if you guys got things that your doctors are telling you to do, listen to your doctors. Okay. I'm not going to tell you not to do that, but, I eat full fat everything. It does not clog my arteries because I'm not eating the carbs. Okay. You cannot do both. You cannot have your pasta and then have all your fat. It ain't going to work. Not in the American diet because we don't think of pasta as a thing of pasta like this. We think of pasta as like, can I have that please big giant thing of spaghetti? Yeah. But it's because it's what it is. They make it sweet. They make it sweet. It's what it is. They're like eating, and it tastes like shit too. Yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too, man. You can't have your cake and decide, I would like to have the steak. You know what I mean? You got to put it all in perspective. Now, I will say, I have found that since I did the Zepbound, that what many people deem as what's called food noise, as in And Lori, do you want to know why they don't tell you anything with food? Because doctors are not trained in nutrition. They're not. Doctors are not trained in nutrition at all. They're given a very low-end brief on what they're supposed to do, and then they follow stuff. I don't eat any sugar-free. I used to do sugar-free candies, Julie, and I have stopped it because I feel like what was happening is the sugar-free candies, the sugar, sweet tasting things like that are mimicking it, were causing me to want it more. So then I was constantly seeking it out, Julie, I don't do 2%, I do 4%. I don't even do milk, I do heavy cream. I don't, you guys are all gonna freak out. But I don't drink a glass because I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby calf. I have a little bit of cream in my coffee and that's it. I don't drink milk. I don't eat cereal. I don't do any of that. But so my thing is I don't want to have the fake sugars because I feel like they're pushing me to want sweeter things. Because as human, in our nature, we were always thinking, just like evolution, that sweet is good, so eat it. It's energy. But we're not cavemen anymore, you know. Diet Pop, Diet Coke, and everything else, I don't think I've ever seen. Let's just be real. We see these people. I was one of them, okay? You're walking around drinking a Diet Coke, and you ain't any thinner. You know what I mean? I don't even look at the fat. I look at the carbs. That's my thing. That's what I do. I don't look at the fat. I look at the carbs, okay? And you just have to eat according. Are you not worried about cholesterol? No, it's not. I'm not worried about the cholesterol. Cholesterol, the actual numbers of cholesterol. I hate beef liver, Steve. I can't stand it. What I've looked up about the facts on cholesterol readings and stuff, look it up yourself. Okay, the cholesterol thing is a lot of who shot John. And it's actually been found to be that. And people are on all these cholesterol med. Everybody's on a fucking cholesterol med. It's a lot of who shot John and stuff. And you have to get your body and your metabolism in a line, and you'll start to see your numbers from your triglycerides, all that shit start going down. My doctor told me our bodies don't know what to do with the fake sweeteners. They're like, huh, what is this? Absolutely. And you're mimicking the sugar, so your body does that. So, but also because I'm on Zepbound, and I've heard constantly being on Zepbound, it slows the digestion. That's one of the things it does, okay? So it slows digestion, and that's why you feel fuller, okay, on all these GLP-1s. And Zepbound works on 2 agonists. Sweeteners, those fake sweeteners, can cause digestive issues and bloating. So my thing is, if I want a piece of chocolate, I will go and have some dark chocolate. I will buy a bar of chocolate, okay, a dark chocolate, dark. I'm talking over 70% chocolate. And I will have a square. And that square will be like 2 bites, okay, or whatever. I suck on my chocolate and stuff. Yeah, they have the sugar alcohol. They all have sugar alcohols in them, and some have monk fruit and stuff. But yeah, that's all I do. If I want it, I will have it. If I want to taste a little bit of that ice cream, I will have a little bite. I would just taste it, and then I'm done. So I think that's what Zepbound is doing for me. It's allowing me to have that taste without going full hog. You know, I'm not like, stuff it in. Because before, you just eat. Like, it was clean plate club. I don't eat big portions of food, could not eat your size meals you have over there. My sizes now have kind of dwindled because of this. I did go see she told me I could go see a nutritionist. Now, when I was first diagnosed spotted cow, she said, do you want to go see a nutritionist? And I said, sure, put me on the thing for a nutritionist. I went, I talked to the nutritionist, told her what I was going to do, told her how I'm attacking this. And that was with low carb. And I told her, this is what I want to do, because their initial thing is eat brown rice. Guys, trust me, don't eat the goddamn brown rice if you're diabetic. That is like setting you up for massive failure. That is gaslighting you to the beyond. You're being gaslit by your doctor. But I told her, and she's a good nutritionist. And she's like, you got this. You know what you got to do. If you do this, you will see results and stuff. So the nutritionist, she was right. She's like, do it, just do it. I have dark chocolate sometimes, a little bit of what you fancy. Did you go? It does. Yeah, it does. I saw her one time. I only had to see her one time. I didn't even have to see her. She just asked if you would like to go see her. And I said, sure. Yeah, aspartame can make your stomach cramp. This one has, I think it's sucralose. And the reason why I do get these, because I need the electrolytes, but I can't have the sugar that's in the regular ones. It's terrible. So I only saw her once, and I see my doctor, my general practitioner, which we have a great relationship. I'm blessed with that. Dr. Savard, if you are watching, girl. Anyway, she and I are we have a good rapport and everything like that. But I actually FaceTime with her or Zoom call her for appointments. Right now I'm doing once a month. So I check in with her. She's like, how is it going? What's your weight? And I check my blood pressure every day, and I check my sugars every day. When you get up early at 4 or 5, do you not want to eat? I don't eat right away. I will probably have coffee. The thing is, everyone's different. What will work for one diabetes? It's true. Everybody's different. You got to do what you got to do, but you got to look at your numbers in reality, I think. We are all different. Our bodies respond differently because our metabolisms are slightly different, but we are still the same animal, and basic things work the same way. So brown rice is still a carb is a carb is a carb. A sugar is a sugar is a sugar, stuff. People's metabolisms are a little bit different, but the basic thing of them is pretty much the same. In fact, I was going to check my sugar just to double check it right now because I don't know. Hang on. In fact, I'll do that right now. Hang on a minute. Because I'll show you what I have to do. And I will usually check it a couple times a day. Oh, where is it? In fact, I have to run to the store today to go get my alcohol swabs, but I'll just go grab a paper towel and wash my hands. Be right back, folks. Hang on. Stay there. All right, I'm back. I ran out of all my little alcohol swabs. I like those so much because it makes it easier. Okay, are we ready? So yeah, I just washed my hands. I'm just drying them. Whew. I'm telling you, my sides, if I had to forbid, I would have a torn, what? That you stick in your phone and can read it. What? I don't know what that said. Lori, I for some reason am not, oh, it's John. No, that was Lori. Everyone battles this a different way. Some may work. It all depends on what you can do. If you can't do it, if you can't keep something up, well, then it's not working. Forget the damn pricking. You cannot anywhere. I can do it all the time. I do it all the time. I carry it with me. Are you kidding me? I do it all the time. Because I want to know. Sometimes I do it and I'm like, am I too low? No, it's probably because I'm hungry. What time is it now? It's 12 o'clock. I usually eat in about an hour or so. Okay. Oh my God. I think it was my dude. Did you get it? Yeah, I got it. Was it you or me? Why didn't you anything? Okay, I was just double checking. Yeah, I got it. Your sugar was 88. That's amazing. That's really good. Wow. That is awesome. I love that. No, I just have to do this thing right again because I didn't do it properly. Anyway, have you heard it comes in a pill now? Ozempic? Yes, it does. Does mine come in a pill? No, it does not. Mine does not come in a pill. Can you get the door if he knocks? Because he's going to knock in a minute. It's probably my stuff, guys. All right, before lunch, it is 1:11, which is pretty normal, especially after I just worked out. Hang on, I gotta go get my stuff. I bet you it is. Okay. Hang on, guys. I think it's my stuff. Those prickless machines. Oh, yeah, I can't do that because I don't have, what do you call it? Hang on, guys. Let me, y'all don't need to see my ass. Y'all don't need to see my ass. Is it coming up? Yeah, if you're in Canada or Europe, your readings are in different whatevers and stuff. Did he come in? Do I have to go down? The constant pricking freaks you out? It doesn't freak me out. You get used to it. Is it moving? All right, hang on, guys. You know what? I'm gonna run downstairs and see if that's him. Josh, I have my thing still going. All right. So if you walk out, my camera's still going, you guys. Behave, I'll be right back. I almost want to call him. Oh, but I don't have his number. What? Did you open it? All right.
I just saw my phone like flash, that's why.
put the sound back on. Is it back? Is it back? Let me know. Hello? Are you there? You got sound? Okay, good. Perfect. All right. So what did they send me this time? Back. Okay. Okay, so this actually, the package I was waiting for is my Zepbound. And they actually have a courier that brings it over. Probably, I'm assuming, because this shit is medical, but also it's fucking expensive. And they don't want somebody snagging it. One thing they did send again, this time around, was the sharps container. Okay. Oh, we got us a couple of alcohol swabs. All right. Won't do it. See, they sent a little sharps container to put my used, what do you call it, things in. I do keep these bags for a little bit because if I'm traveling, I like to throw them in there. Okay. I know it's a massive box, but the package is so small. It's because they send it with ice because they want it to be, it's supposed to be, it has to be refrigerated. But you can keep it out of the refrigerator for up to 21 days. All right. So they send it in a nice big coolie thermos thing. It comes in this. All right, guys. Actually, it's a nice one. Boop. Get that out. So you get these little coolie packs, which are great because you can keep them for other stuff. And then we got the package. We got their goods. And it is packaged with everything. It actually comes with your prescription. It comes with all the instructions. A lot of plastic, a lot of Ziplocs, everything zipped, locked, boxed, and everything else. All right, I will tell you, if you guys are traveling to like on a cruise or something, my suggestion to you is take your prescription. I'm not going to show you my prescription, but this is it. On the other side has all my information and the dosage and everything else. Take that with you, with your shot, okay? Just do yourself a favor. People are like, oh, I'm not going to take it when I'm on a cruise because I want to enjoy it. You can enjoy yourself while you're taking this. Please do so. You know, do so and stuff. But then I just got my next box, and this is the 10. I always open it right when I get it because I need to make sure that all of the shots are proper and stuff. And they all have like the liquid in them. I do take them, and I know that I'm a crackhead, okay? I know that I'm crazy. But I do like to make sure that there's nothing wrong, like there's not like a missing or like one is leaked out or something. And is this the pharmacy I just in a bag once, small C box, took to England and Scotland, wasn't that hard? Yeah, all I have to do is like if I'm gone for a week and I know I got to take a shot when I'm gone, I take one of them. I throw that in there. That's fine, okay? Because usually like when I'm gone, like I'm taking it halfway through my trip. You know what I mean? Yep, I get them sent a month's worth. So 4 shots, that's a month. I still have 1 shot in there that I'll take on Thursday and stuff. And then we kind of reconvene. I reconvene with my doctor and I go, all right, doc. She's like, how are you? What is your weight? This and that. How are you feeling? Any problems? All right, so what's going on? Tell me, talk me, tell me everything. She always goes, tell me everything. I probably tell her way more than she cares to know and stuff. What did you make?
A rough day already.
Oh God, he's making martinis. So let me put this in the fridge.
No more.
Take out my other box. Okay. Put that in. There we go. The other box can go in here, and that's done. And that's the deal. That's the deal. That's the digs, man. That's it. That's all the stuff, you know. Let me walk over here, guys. I gotta put I'm sorry for weaving you guys all over the place, but I gotta put this knife away because if I don't, there's gonna be problems. You know what I mean? There could be problems. Whew. So yeah. So blood sugar right now is pretty much spot on. It's a little higher than normal, but that's also because I worked out. You know, and I'm probably a little bit dehydrated at the moment. My shot, we have to calibrate the size, but it really is a certain dose. As you know, there's a small needle, as ours are injectable pens. Yeah, the needle is teeny tiny. It's so small, guys. Like, it's tiny. It's itty bitty, teeny, tiny, itty bitty. You won't barely feel it. My family calls them Zulina. What's Zulina? I know, it is expensive. It is inexpensive. But yeah, they send a courier with it every month. I just call them up. Where is the cruise going to be taking us in the fall? The cruise will be to Bermuda again. I really like going to Bermuda. I like it because it's very easy. It's part of the British, is it colonies? It's a British UK thing. And it's a lot of fun there. We are staying there 3 full days. So we get there, we have 2 overnights, which is wonderful. So we'll be able to see so much of Bermuda. It's going to be great. When I had the cold flu, my blood sugar and that will happen. That will happen. And I'm going to tell you, Cat, when you're sick, your body will tell you you're sick. Your body will tell you you're sick, your blood sugars will raise, and you just have to know that. Okay, so if you're sick, you got the flu, a cold, it's that time of the month for women. I don't have that problem anymore, but your sugars will climb. That's natural. It's just like your sugars will be higher in the morning. That's natural. Usually now when I wake up, my sugars used to be like 125, 135, and it was climbing, and I didn't like that. Now I wake up, they're like 103, 105. And then throughout the day, they can be about 105, whatever, and then they'll drop to 95 and stuff. And that's usually where I range, which is pretty normal. I know most normal people have maybe 95's their highest. When you're sick, your sugars will go higher. But that's why you have to monitor them and stuff. Anyway, well, God bless you, Jose Torres. Whew, you guys tired? I feel like I did a workout on the whole upper body. Now, I usually do, like I said, I usually will do like lower legs too for some. But since I had a little bit of an issue with the knee last night, I'm going to do them really light, and I'm going to do them with you guys. Hi, Navi. Just because the knee was a little wonky last night. I think it was because I had too much caffeine or some shit. I don't know. Thought you were talking about stock prices? Fuck. This bitch is poor. We ain't got no stock prices. Stock prices. Stock prices are for the rich, man. That's who's getting. That's who's doing the stock pricing for real. Thank you. You like my glasses? I like them too. These are good, right? They're good glasses. You did your finger prick. It was 93, Josh. Bomb on you. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. See, and it's good. Like when you start seeing those numbers, you're like, you can go to the gym. You can go to the gym. I'll let you go to the gym. How about that? Go to the gym. Going to the gym doesn't mean shit. People go to the gym and they walk around acting like they're at the gym. And then they go home. And then they walk around in the fucking locker room. How about you do your stuff? How about you do your stuff at home? You know what I mean? And you'll see more. Take care of your life. But you know what? Hey, you guys want to come in here? Guys, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. Okay? You want to call me fat? Bitch, bring it. Okay? You want to call me this? You want to call me that? Want me to tell me to go to the gym? Tell me to go to the gym. I don't care. You do you. It's cool. I'm not going to shame you for that. If you want to look stupid, I'll just let you look stupid. That's totally cool with me. Ah, she's talking about soccer moms. We support soccer moms. Who supports soccer moms? Soccer moms, they don't go to the gym. They think they go to the gym. They go in there to go have a smoothie and chit chat and talk shit about each other. Oh, you do. That's cool. Anyway, I don't know. I miss half the chat sometimes, so if I offended somebody, I can't fix it. Anyway, you guys, It's plus size people. Plus size people. You know, I'm going to tell you something. You know what I can't stand? You know what I can't stand? I get the whole thing of be proud of who you are. You know what I mean? Be proud of who you are. All that stuff. Love the size that you are. Love who you are. Love yourself. Date yourself. All of that. I 1000% agree with that. But the part that I don't agree with is when they start glorifying like big fat, big this, big that. No, stop it. Stop feeding into that BS. Because yes, you want to be healthy, but you cannot tell me that somebody that is 300 plus pounds and is 5.5 feet tall is healthy, because they are not. Okay. They can be strong. They can be all of this, but you are not healthy. So you might be 30 years old and you may be that size. And I can say this because it's coming from a place of who I was and who I am. I know this. I know the false narrative. Okay. I'm just saying that. Okay. I'm saying that that is a false narrative. You can love who you are, but I feel like you can do more, because right now you may not be experiencing those problems. You may not be experiencing the aches and the pains. You might be still able to get around and go on that water slide and all of that stuff. But what will happen is, as you age, it will become more difficult and stuff. And I am just saying that from a place of truth. I'm being very honest. I told you that when I found out what I weighed when I was diagnosed, I was stunned, because, listen, as a big girl, you don't get on the scale. You just don't. You don't look at the scale. You don't talk about the scale. Scale's like, whatever. You kind of do the whole thing. I'm going to like strip down to naked. I'm going to piss everything out and all that stuff. I weigh myself approximately once a week. Okay. And I just see where I'm at. And that's my starting point. Problem started at 42. And I'm just being absolutely truthful. It gets harder and harder and harder. The problem is still there, and it will be more and more difficult to fix it. And yeah, scales can be evil if you become obsessed with it. I didn't have a scale for ages, for decades. And then I realized I need a scale. Let's get a scale, Ange, and let's face it. And so I do it once a week. I don't hop on and off. I do not weigh myself every day, because that is actually setting your mind up for fuckery. This is the truth. It's setting your mind up for fuckery, guys. And there might be days that you hold water. There might be days that you need to take a shit. There might be days that your body needs that. And then suddenly the next day it releases everything. Am I from Europe? No, I am from the United States. I live in New York City. In the dreams of a girl, there's always a hero. She dreams of not a labor. Exactly right. Let's be our own heroes in our own story. How about that? How about that? Let's be our own heroes, you know, and stuff. Everybody is a hero. You're your hero to yourself. So how about you do that and take that charge? But you know what? No capes. No capes. I think once per week is the way to go, because it keeps you on track. You see your progress. If it goes up a half a pound, no reason to flip the fuck out, okay? Does herbal tea help? I drink ginger tea just sometimes if I take my shot, and that day, later on that day or the next day, I might feel like my stomach is not, it's not upset, it's not nauseous, it's just bleh. So I drink the tea, and it usually does help quite a bit. We don't talk politics here. You know, it's cool, but we don't talk politics. I don't think of anything, one thing or another. It's not a politic thing. Follow the room. My hero is Italian combo sub. Those are very delicious. Those are very delicious. Baffo. It's kind of feels sad, but it's reality. If you're nothing, you'll get nothing, not even love. You have to love yourself first before you're going to find it anywhere else and stuff. I'm very lucky and very blessed that I have my family, my husband, Joe. Y'all have seen him a million times. My son, Josh, who lives with us and stuff, because we are a very close family. Okay. We have always been this. It's always been the three of us. That's it. It's what we do. Anyway, you guys go have a wonderful Tuesday. I got my stuff. I did a workout. Y'all did it with me. Y'all laughed, cried, Probably were blinded by my whatever and stuff. Drink your water. Go do what you want to do, okay? I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace out.